Hey, what's up, friends and family? So as you can tell, I am currently in the car. So I'm driving down to Costa Mesa for the Costa Mesa Repticon, which is always a blast. So this is a convention that is not as big as the Anaheim Super Show or the Pomona Super Show, but we get a few Repticons each year as well. And honestly, there's great turnout. There's great vendors. They're a lot of fun too. They don't get the same sort of national attention and YouTube attention and Facebook attention, but there's going to be a ton of people there. But at every convention you go to, there's always going to be a lot of great pet snakes. And we all know ball pythons, king snakes, right? The common ones, boas, a lot of things that there's a lot of, and those are great animals, nothing against them. You're going to see on this channel a new focus towards diversity. And that's diversity of everything. I want to include keepers as well, but I'm talking here about animals. So that means diversity of what we keep as pets. And there's a lot of reasons for it. For me personally, without getting into all that, it's just fun. I think there's a lot of really cool animals that people sleep on, a lot of really great reptiles that are not only easy to keep, they're unique and beautiful and awesome. And I think if we could really expand our minds into what we're actually keeping, that's really cool. There was a little peregrine falcon just flying right there. Nice. And be more amenable to keeping a lot of different things. And it's good for the hobby. It's good for conservation. There's a lot of things to get into it. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but I will tell you that we do have some videos on the topic planned. This is something that I really want to talk about, is diversity. So stick around to the channel if that's something that excites you. We're going to be talking about it. There's going to be a whole new series called Snakes in the States. So that's a fun idea. We're going to be talking about all your favorite North American snakes, realistically. Most of them are going to be United States, but I know by the end of the series that we run on it, there's definitely going to be some Mexican snakes in there, because there's a few really cool ones that I'm already thinking about that need to be talked about, because again, we need to talk about species diversity in the hobby. And that's what I'm going to show you here. I'm going to show you a few things. I did want to go look at tarantulas of all things. I was interested in those and considering one, so I probably won't get it, but it's something I want to go look at. And also go check out the tables and see what people have that's different, you know, more than just sweet ball pythons, which there'll be a lot of those. I'll check those out. I'll talk to people about, you know, the combos, but I'm probably not going to film it on this video. You could go see that just about anywhere. What I want to show you is the stuff that is really not that commonplace. So hopefully there's a lot of that. I have good feeling there will be, but we'll have to go and see what's there first. So all right, I made it down to Costa Mesa. It is an absolutely beautiful day, 70 degrees out here. Couldn't ask for a better day than this. So I'm gonna head in, let's check it out. So this first table had quite a bit of diversity. It's right in the front. It's from a main reptile distributor. I didn't spend a ton of time here though, because most of these are imported animals, which I'm always looking for captive species. Here in particular is one that's commonly imported, the prehensile tail skink or monkey-tailed skink. Super cool animal, but I'm looking for captive bred. Here's actually some tarantulas. This was actually probably the most diverse tables, were the invertebrate tables. A lot of tarantula species at the expo today. Some displayed had a variety. Here we see keel-bellied lizard and white-lipped pythons right next to each other. But this is what we see a lot of, crested geckos. There were some really innovative ways that people were displaying them, but for the most part, a lot of geckos. Here's some commonly kept king snakes, North American colubrids. I really like that white pattern on the California kings there. Some beautiful rosy boas, which have a ton of diversity just in and of themselves, just based on localities. Here's a couple of pits kept together. One of the fun things about going to these reptile expos is it's not just animals. There's also cool things like fossils here. Picked up some great Christmas gifts. When I first came by this tarantula, I thought it was fake. Nope, that's all real. It's amazing. Couldn't believe the size of this Goliath beetle. Of course, Nablaki, one of my favorite colubrids of all time. Some really nice banding on this one. And here, the last animals I'm going to show you were a couple of tree monitors. This is really a dream species for mine, and obviously this is a display case for these animals. It's not something you'd keep them in, but it's just something they bring them to the expos in. Love the blue tree monitor. And here's a beautiful green tree monitor. But that's the way it goes at some of these reptile expos. I still got to chat to a lot of folks, and I picked up a lot of plants. Actually got some dwarf purple isopods too, so not a bad haul. Ultimately, we're going to be moving forward. We're going to have a lot more diversity on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. This was just an introduction. All right, see you next time. Community, it's starting to grow, it's starting to fill up. It's been a lot of fun, and some of these talks that we're talking about, when I talk about diversity, some of these things are only going to be live on Patreon. Of course, I'll put them on the YouTube channel afterwards, but some of the live interactions and some of the guest speakers will only be on Patreon. And of course, I'll still be doing the live Zooms that are free to everybody to attend. I don't want to make it some kind of exclusive little club that you have to pay to gain access to, but we'll be honored to have you join up and join us there. There's a few fun tiers and starts as low as $3, so anyone can get in on it. But please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm off to Repticon. So I'm stuck in traffic on the way back here. There's a motorcycle going by, and it's giving me some time to think about this expo, and I was pretty disappointed in just the level of variety that I did find in species. So we're really going to be hammering that moving forward with these videos. It's just talking about diversity and getting a mix of different animals into the hobby. And there's so many right here in North America. We're going to focus more on those, the Nerodia, all the fun North American species, garter snakes, that people really are sleeping on. So we're going to see more of that. We're going to check this again next time I go to the super shows to see who's got more. And also, now that I think about it, super shows are much, much larger, probably twice as big, so they'll be a lot more fun. I'm going to make those. It's hard for me to get out because I work on Saturdays and Sundays, but in the future, I'm going to take time to go to more of them, so that's a promise from me to me. I don't care about anything else but reptiles, so let's go to more reptile shows. I also didn't get that tarantula that I was talking about at the start of the video, and it wasn't because there was a shortage of tarantulas. There was actually a lot of invertebrate species there, which was cool. Not as many isopods as I've seen at other expos, but still a lot of good inverts, a lot of scorpions, a lot of tarantulas, but really it's just sort of a family thing. It's we are not ready to bring them home to the family. So when we are ready for a tarantula, we will get one. Because they're super cool, and I love talking to people about those and seeing those at the expo. Anyways, traffic's finally breaking. We've been on the road. It took me an extra 40 minutes to get home than it did to get there. But that's part of the joys of living in LA. You get used to being in your car, so it's all good. That's it, folks. Hope to catch you at some of the live conversations. See you next time.